अस्सलाम वालेकुम। वेलकम टू डिजिटल फ्यूचर एआई स्कूल, जहां हम फ्यूचर की टेक्नोलॉजी आज सीखते हैं। आज हम एंटर कर रहे हैं अपेंडिक्स यू पार्ट 3, जहां प्रोडक्टिविटी सिर्फ प्लानिंग नहीं बल्कि प्रिसिशन सिस्टम्स बन जाती है। यहां आप सीखेंगे कैसे डेली प्लानर्स एआई वर्कफ्लोज में कन्वर्ट होते हैं, कैसे राइटर्स बुक्स को स्केलेबल कंटेंट मशीन्स बनाते हैं और कैसे कोचिंग, एथिक्स और इस्लामिक स्टडीज़ मॉडर्न एआई फ्रेमवर्क्स के साथ इंटीग्रेट होती है। फ्रॉम हाई परफॉर्मेंस प्रोडक्टिविटी टेबल्स टू एडवांस्ड कंटेंट क्रिएशन सिस्टम्स, फ्रॉम कोचिंग इंटेलिजेंस टू एथिकल एआई थिंकिंग, ये सिर्फ टेबल्स नहीं, डिसीजन इंजन्स है। डिज़ाइन बाय मिस्टर ज़हीर अहमद मीर, ये लाइब्रेरी प्रोफेशनल्स, रिसर्चर्स और एआई एजेंट्स के लिए एक ग्लोबल ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है।
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to our channel, Digital Future AI School. Kindly subscribe our channel, like and share with friends. And this is the episode 31 of Book Eye Agent Makers, written by Mr. Zaheer Ahmad Meer.
It is fantastic to be back with you for this one. This is a big one.
Okay, take a deep breath. We have officially arrived. This is the third and final leg of our marathon journey through Appendix U.
The final 100 tables.
Exactly. For anyone who has been riding shotgun with us for the last few deep dives, we have been absolutely dissecting Mr. Meer's Universal Professional Table Library.
We really have.
We've seen the heavy hitters already. We've analyzed legal systems, medical diagnostics, corporate governance. We've essentially seen how an AI can be structured to act like a ruthless lawyer or a brilliant doctor.
That's right. We have spent a lot of time in the rigid sort of black and white world of high-stakes professions. We've seen how to turn a penal code into a database.
Right.
And how to turn a tax audit into a workflow. Very structured stuff.
But today, the vibe shifts completely. We're looking at part 3, specifically tables 201 through 300. And looking at this list, we aren't talking about tax codes or government administration anymore. We're talking about
humans.
We're talking about being productive, writing stories, handling stress, managing relationships, and even praying.
Exactly. This is the frontier where, calculation meets consciousness, if you will.
I like that.
It is one thing to teach an AI the tax code, that's just a set of rules. It is an entirely another challenge to teach an AI how to manage a human's procrastination.
Or how to help someone write a compelling novel.
Or how to guide someone through a spiritual crisis. These are the messy parts of being human.
And that is the mission for this deep dive. Yeah. We need to figure out how Mr. Meer has managed to turn these messy, abstract, subjective things like having a bad day or feeling uninspired into rigid, actionable rows and columns that an AI agent can actually execute.
Yes.
Because if he's pulled this off, it changes everything about how we interact with technology.
It's about quantifying the unquantifiable. It's about proving that even the soft parts of life have a structure that AI can understand.
So let's jump right in. Segment 1 involves productivity and planning, and this covers tables 201 to 230. Now, I have to be honest, usually when I hear productivity app or productivity tool, I just think of a glorified to-do list.
Sure.
I write down buy milk, and the phone buzzes later to remind me to buy milk. But looking at table 205, the priority matrix, this seems to be asking the AI to do a lot more than just remind me.
It is. Table 205 is essentially the Eisenhower box method, but it's codified into data. A basic to-do list is passive. It just holds information.
Right, it just sits there.
But this table forces the AI agent to actively categorize every single incoming input. It has columns for urgency and importance.
So I tell the AI I need to check my email, and then I say I need to finish the quarterly report. It isn't just adding them to a pile. It's judging them.
Precisely. The AI checks the definitions in the table. The report is likely urgent and important. That goes into quadrant 1. Checking email might be urgent but not important. That's quadrant 3.
Oh, okay.
An agent built on this table doesn't just list tasks. It reorders your life based on value. It might, in theory, hide your email access until the report is done because the table dictates that quadrant 1 blocks quadrant 3.
That is aggressive. I kind of love it.
It's proactive.
It's like having a boss that lives in your computer, but one that actually knows what matters. But the table that really caught my eye as a troubleshooter was table 214, productivity blockers.
This is a favorite of mine. It essentially turns human failure into a debugging log.
A debugging log for people. That sounds slightly dystopian, but but explain how it works.
Well, think about it. Usually when we aren't productive, we just feel guilty. We say, oh, I wasted the day.
Right. I'm so lazy.
But Table 214 asks the AI to track specific columns, blocker type, impact, and crucially, solution. Let's say the blocker is social media doom scrolling.
Been there.
The impact recorded is lost 60 minutes. The solution, pulled from the database, might be activate that blocker for 2 hours.
So the AI isn't judging you. It's just executing a patch. Users distracted, deploy solution.
Precisely. It removes the emotion from the failure and replaces it with a process. Speaking of emotion, we have to talk about Table 224, stress analysis.
This one felt a little invasive, honestly. Can an AI really understand stress? I mean, stress is a feeling. It's tight shoulders. It's a racing heart.
And the AI doesn't need to feel the stress to manage it. It just needs to recognize the pattern of the data. That's the key.
Okay.
Look at the columns in Table 224. Stressor, intensity level 110, and trigger.
Okay, so if I tell the agent I'm freaking out about the presentation, it logs that.
It logs the event, the intensity you assign it, and the trigger. Over time, the agent notices a correlation. It sees the pattern. Every Tuesday at 9 a.m., user stress spikes to level 8. Trigger. Weekly stand-up meeting.
Ah, okay.
Once it has that data, it can preemptively act.
Preemptively, like before I even get stressed.
Exactly. It might block out the hour before a meeting for prep time in your calendar. It might suggest a breathing exercise from Table 228. It predicts the crash before it happens.
It's like having a therapist living inside your Outlook calendar.
A very data-driven therapist. And it's holistic. You see this in Table 206, life areas balance.
Right, the wheel of life concept. I've seen this in self-help books before.
Yes, but here it is a governing constraint for the AI. It's not just a nice idea, it's a rule. It asks for a score from 1 to 10 across different domains: career, health, family, spirituality, and so on.
And why is that so important for an AI agent?
This is vital for the agent concept. If an AI is just a slave, it will drive you to work until you burn out because its only metric is tasks completed.
Right, it just wants to check the boxes.
But an agent using Table 206 sees that your career score is a 10 and your health score is a 3. That's an imbalance.
So a smart agent using this table might actually refuse to schedule another meeting? Is that what you're saying?
It would be programmed to optimize the balance, not just the output. It might pop up and say, schedule full, suggesting 30-minute walk based on health score.
Wow.
Which leads directly into the biological tables. You have Table 225 for sleep tracking and 226 for the hydration log.
It treats the user like a machine that needs maintenance. Check oil, check water.
Because biologically, we are machines.
Yeah.
You can't get high productivity output without the right inputs, sleep and water. Mr. Meer has essentially codified the user's physiology as part of the productivity equation.
So if I didn't sleep well...
If the sleep data in Table 225 is low, the agent knows the focus output in Table 205 will be low, so it adjusts the schedule.
That is a wild way to look at it, but it makes perfect sense. If I slept 4 hours, don't give me the complex spreadsheet work.
Give me the easy email.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It optimizes based on your battery level.
Okay, so we've got an AI that manages our time, our stress, and our hydration. It's the ultimate personal assistant. But now let's pivot to something that feels, strictly human.
Creativity.
The fun stuff. We are entering the creative architect section, tables 231 through 260.
This is the section that often generates the most debate.
Well, yeah, organization is one thing. But art, writing a novel, making a viral video, can you really put that in a spreadsheet?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that supposed to be the spark?
There is a long-standing romantic idea that creativity is pure magic, lightning in a bottle.
Right.
But these tables suggest that successful content creation is actually a process of assembly. It's structural engineering.
Give me an example. Let's look at table 232. Character development. This is for fiction writers.
Look closely at the columns. You have character name, role, key traits, and this is the most important one, conflict.
Okay, why is conflict the most important?
Because a character without conflict is boring. It's just a person standing in a room.
True.
By making conflict a mandatory data field, the AI ensures that any character it generates or helps you generate has a narrative engine. It's engineering drama. If the conflict cell is empty, the character isn't finished.
So it's forcing the ingredients of a good story. It's saying, you can't leave the table until you tell me what this guy is fighting against.
Exactly. It doesn't write the soul of the story for you, but it makes sure the skeleton is sound. And this industrial approach, it gets even more explicit when we look at the creator economy tables.
Oh, the YouTuber stuff. I spend way too much time on YouTube, so Table 240, YouTube script outline, was fascinating to me.
Again, look at the structure. It's not just what to say. It's segment, spoken content, and visuals.
The visuals column.
It forces the creator to think in 3 dimensions. You can't just ramble. You have to match words to images. It's professionalizing the creative flow.
But the one that really made me laugh, because it's so cynical but so true, was Table 253, social hook creation.
A science of going viral.
I mean, it breaks down a hook into hook type, example, and use case. It's basically saying, do you want to use a shocking statistic or a controversial statement? It's like a menu for attention.
It's treating human attention as a resource to be mined. And then you have Table 241, thumbnail concept. One of the columns is literally emotion.
Emotion. Like, make the face look surprised. We've all seen that YouTube face.
Yes. The AI knows that a thumbnail isn't just a picture, it's a tool to trigger a psychological response. By filling in the emotion column, fear, curiosity, joy, the AI can then generate an image prompt that is statistically more likely to get a click.
It feels a bit like painting by numbers, doesn't it? It strips the romance away.
It does, but it also democratizes professional standards. Think about it. A teenager in their bedroom using an agent with these tables has access to the same structural knowledge as a Hollywood producer or a top marketing firm.
That's a great point.
You have editing checklists in Table 235, SEO keywords in Table 243, book marketing plans in Table 237. It converts the messy creative process into an assembly line.
There's one table in this section that felt like a Hall of Mirrors moment, a total Inception moment.
Yes, the meta table.
Yeah. Table 259, image prompt structuring. This is a table for an AI agent to use to talk to another AI.
Correct. And it's essential. If you ask a text-based agent to make a cool picture, it might fail because cool is subjective.
Well, it is cool.
But if the agent uses Table 259, it fills in the columns. Visual element, description, style, lighting. It constructs a perfect, unambiguous prompt for Midjourney or DALL-E.
It's the ecosystem at work. Humans talk to the agent uses the table to talk to the image generator.
And that is the future. Agents managing other agents using protocols defined by Mr. Meer. It's a supply chain of intelligence.
That is empowering, but also a little daunting. The assembly line of art. But let's go deeper. We've done the outer work, productivity, and creation. Now let's look at the inner work. Segment 3 covers tables 261 to 280, coaching, personal development, and mentorship.
This is where we see the digital therapist emerge.
And this is where I wonder about the uncanny valley. Can an AI really coach me? Can it really help me grow as a person? I mean, it doesn't have feelings.
Let's look at the data structure. Table 262 is emotional intelligence. It doesn't ask the AI to feel empathy. It asks the AI to process data.
Okay.
The columns are emotion, trigger, and response strategy.
That sounds like behavioral psychology.
It is. It's the name it to tame it strategy. If an agent detects anger, perhaps through your tone analysis or word choice, it identifies the trigger from your input, and then it pulls a specific response strategy from the table.
So it moves you from just feeling it to analyzing it.
It moves the user from I'm angry to I'm angry because of X and I should do Y.
That links perfectly to Table 278, mindset shift. Yeah. When I saw this, I immediately thought of CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy.
It is effectively a CBT algorithm. It's built right in. Look at the columns, old belief, new belief, and action required.
So if I say, I'm terrible at public speaking, I'm going to fail, the AI puts that in the old belief column.
Right. And it doesn't just say, cheer up, you'll be fine. That's useless. It checks the table. It generates a new belief like, I am prepared and have practiced.
But the action required part is key.
Crucially, it assigns an action required, maybe rehearse introduction 3 times. It is reprogramming the human operating system.
Reprogramming the human. That's a phrase that's going to stick with me. It's treating our doubts like software bugs.
In a way, they are. They're faulty loops of logic, and the AI is the debugger.
It's not just about fixing bad moods, though. It's about navigating other people. I saw Table 276 is conflict resolution.
Which is incredibly useful for business or, personal life. The structure is conflict, position A, position B, and solution.
It forces objectivity.
Exactly. When we are in a fight, we are emotional. We only see our side. The AI agent puts the arguments into the position columns, which removes the heat and just leaves the data.
So you can see it on a screen?
It allows the user to see the disagreement clearly, almost mathematically.
I also really appreciated Table 279. Strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
It's standard stuff, SWOT analysis, right? But there's a specific column called How to Use.
That is the difference between data and wisdom.
How so? Break down that distinction for me.
Well, knowing you have a strength and empathy is just a label. It's data. You can stick it on a resume.
Okay.
But the how to use column might say, assigned to client relations during crisis management. That is wisdom. That is application.
I see.
The AI isn't just telling you what you are, it's telling you how to deploy yourself for maximum effect.
It really paints a picture of an AI that is a mentor, not just a tool. It tracks your confidence levels in Table 264, your relationship health in Table 266.
Yeah.
It wants you to win.
Or rather, it is programmed to optimize your success metrics based on the structures Mr. Meer has provided.
Optimize success metrics. You're keeping me grounded. You won't let me anthropomorphize this thing, will you?
I'm just looking at the tables.
Fair enough. Okay, let's move to the final section. And this is where the title of the book, Universal Professional Table Library for Domain-Specific AI Agents, really gets tested. We are talking about tables 281 through 300, Islamic studies, Quranic, and ethical tables.
This is a very significant inclusion.
It is. And it's important to note, we are analyzing this as a structural achievement. How do you take a worldview, a religion, and put it into an AI?
It demonstrates that we aren't just building generic AI. We are building AI that aligns with a user-specific value system. If you look at Table 281, Quranic ethics, the structure is fascinating.
What are the columns?
You have value, verse reference, and application.
That application column seems to be the running theme here. It's in almost every table we've discussed.
It is. It's not just a database of verses. It's a guide on how to live them. If the value is honesty, the application might be specific instructions for business dealings. The AI is being instructed that knowledge is for action.
And seeing as we've just talked about emotional intelligence in the coaching section, look at Table 300. Prophetic EI, emotional intelligence.
This is a beautiful bridge between tradition and modernity. You have the skill column, say, patience or empathy. Then you have prophetic example, drawing from the life of the prophet to provide a role model, and then modern application.
So it uses ancient wisdom to teach modern soft skills. It's not just abstract.
Exactly. For a user of this faith, that is infinitely more effective than a generic corporate training manual. It resonates, it carries authority, it speaks their language.
And it handles the complex stuff too. Table 291, ethical dilemma analysis.
This is a decision-making framework. The columns are dilemma, Islamic position, and action. Imagine an AI agent advising a business owner who wants to adhere to Islamic ethics.
So the user says, I have this investment opportunity, but it involves interest, or something similar.
The agent uses Table 291, it identifies the dilemma, it cross-references the position, and it generates the action. It might say, this transaction is profitable, but it conflicts with the ethical position on usury, so the action is decline or restructure.
It allows the AI to have a moral compass.
A moral compass defined by the user's values.
It really covers the whole lifestyle. There's Table 293 for routine tracking, the prayer tracker. It lists Fajr, Zuhr, Ajr, and so on.
And think about the productivity section we started with. If an AI is scheduling your day, it needs to know your non-negotiables. For a practicing Muslim, prayer times are non-negotiable. Table 293 acts as a constraint for the scheduling agent.
Do not book meeting at 1:0 p.m. conflicts with Zuhr time.
Exactly.
So it creates a holistic system. Just as we saw with the sleep and hydration tables, these tables track spiritual health.
Correct. For a believer, skipping a prayer might be just as significant a data point, a performance blocker, to use the earlier terminology, as missing a meeting. The AI agent treats it with the same level of structural importance.
It's really validating to see that level of detail. It implies that in the future, our AI assistants won't be one-size-fits-all. They will be domain-specific. They will know us.
That is the ultimate takeaway from this entire book, really.
So let's wrap this up. We have just finished our deep dive into Appendix U. We've gone through all 300-plus tables across these 3 episodes. We've seen law, business, education, medicine, government.
And now productivity, creativity, coaching, and faith.
The whole human experience.
It validates the claim Mr. Meer makes. This truly is a universal professional table library. It covers the spectrum of human activity. It shows that almost anything we do, from passing a law in Parliament to trying to write a novel to refining our character, can be broken down into rows and columns.
It's a blueprint for a very organized world.
Mm.
But why does this matter to the listener right now? Why should they care about tables in an appendix?
Because we often think of AI as this magical black box that just knows things. We think it's going to wake up one day and take over.
Right. The Skynet fantasy.
But this book shows us the reality. AI is only as good as the structure we give it.
Garbage in, garbage out. Or rather, structure in, intelligence out.
Precisely. Mr. Zaheer Ahmad Meer has provided the scaffolding. If you want an AI that can help you run a country, or an AI that can help you be a better parent. Table 299 covers parenting, by the way. You need these tables to define the rules of engagement.
It's the difference between a chatbot that just chats and an agent that actually works.
Exactly. And it leaves us with a provocative thought to end on.
I'm ready. Hit me.
We've spent this time marveling at how Mr. Meer has structured human emotion, creativity, and spirituality into tables for an AI. It works. We can see it works. The logic is sound.
Yeah.
But it raises the question, if we can reduce our deepest emotions, our wildest creativity, and even our spiritual practices into simple rows and columns for a machine, are we teaching the AI to be more human?
Whoa.
Or are we just realizing how programmable we actually are?
Oof. That is going to keep me up tonight. Are we the programmable ones? I love it. And on that slightly existential note, we want to thank you for joining us on this deep dive into episode 31. This has been a fascinating look at AI agent makers.
Indeed, a blueprint for the future.
Make sure to check out the book, share this deep dive with a friend who needs a productivity boost or a spiritual one. We'll get you on the next one. Aslamo.elecom.